we've had the discussion that sometimes it's hard to. But the only other problems I've had, calls I've had, is that somebody flew up in front of a neighbor's house or something. So you need somebody to go out there and police that up and
Okay.
take a bucket of water out.
Well,
or
now that it's
whatever.
nicer out, I do
And
have my
so-
security, especially on the weekends, going outside and stuff, monitoring outside and inside.
And after you
as well.
close, just go out and, if there's cups or something, just pick all that stuff up, because that's what's gonna be the downfall of you, the people constantly doing that,
Okay.
so.
Mr. Chairman, just
Alderman Garza.
to piggyback on that, the room you can see is kind of busy tonight, and we do this once a month and sometimes even twice a month, and the room's always busy like that, and the first thing that comes in is overserve, 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 overserve.
Okay.
It's over and over and over. It takes up our time, it takes up your time, takes up an attorney's time, takes up a lieutenant's time, takes up everybody's time, and that's why you're here. Should we see some kind of a continuing, then, things will happen. So
Okay.
this is your warning.
Okay.
Straighten it
I
out.
did just get a bunch of new bartenders and stuff, so I'll make sure to really
Yeah,
stick with
gotta
them.
stay on them
Yep.
and police the area.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
We'll go from there,
We
so.
appreciate
Okay.
not seeing you.
Yes.
Does anybody have a motion?
Move to place on file, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Carried.
All right. Thank you.
Jill
And this is-
Lisowski?
Sorry, Ann's time too, not just Jenna. This is,
Hi, how are you?
I'm okay. There was sometime back, but in December, there was
Yeah.
an incident that happened, and that's why you're here.
Yes.
And so,
Mr. Chair, if I could,
Yeah, go ahead.
it's not about the tragedy of your customer. It's about the response that our police got when they came to your establishment to get some answers to some questions. It was a very simple question. Who was working on a certain day at a certain time?
Exactly.
Okay. And it seems to me the way you or both of you run your business, you don't seem to know what's been going on. Okay. Our police department had to spend a lot of time to get an answer to a very simple question. Who was bartending on a certain day at a certain time?
When they came in to talk with me, I gave them everything that I had of information.
Which wasn't much.
Well, it was between two bartenders for the month of December. I am the one who writes out the scheduling, and I have now since I stopped doing that because at my bar or at our bar we have set schedules. Everyone knows when they're supposed to be there. Nothing ever changes.
Seems to me you don't have the kind of payroll records that any business maintains.
We do most of our hours personally, mornings and nights.
Yeah, we have bartenders, but we do a lot of it ourselves. Night shift,
I
morning
know,
shift.
but I own a bar and restaurant that I run. And no, I couldn't tell you today who was working on December 8th. But I could, within 15 minutes of sitting at my desk, have that answer.
And I had that.
And the time that our police had to spend chasing down the answer to this question.
But
And suddenly, my reading of the police report, you had a couple people you thought it was, suddenly comes into the end, oh no, this is the person who was probably working. You finally found somebody who had a license.
I did have one other name, was Jenny, who was working for us at that time, and it was either her or Courtney, and that's who I
You
gave
don't
the.
even know Jenny's name.
I don't know her last name. I know it's
She
Jenny.
works for you.
And
What
we
kind of
called her
payroll
J
records
Little.
is that?
Yeah.
It strikes me as not the way to run a business.
Okay. Yeah.
I made a personal point to call the detective and apologize once we figured out everything.
Well, someone has to apologize to the taxpayers for all the time that
And
we had to
that's-
spend just to find out who was working.
Okay.
We're not here busting your chops
Yeah.
about how
I
much
mean,
somebody
we
may
run
or
a
may not
good
have
bar,
had a drink.
we run a good-
When they come ask a question, we expect you full cooperation.
Absolutely.
And you were apparently fully cooperating and still couldn't answer the question.
I mean, I've been doing this for 28 years and have never
And this
had
is the way
any
you've always
issues.
been doing it?
Not the, I've been bartending for 28, no.
Yeah,
No.
you know, you need to talk to your accountant or whoever does your payroll or whatever you're doing. You need to get things together.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Apologize to you guys too, I guess.
We don't mean to take up your time, that's not the kind of
I
establishment
mean,
that we're running to.
This
not
could have been a very
cooperate.
simple police report that could have been handled in one day. Okay? And when
Absolutely.
they're out knocking on your doors or chasing down somebody, I don't even know her last name, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They're not out doing things that could be a lot more important.
Absolutely. And I've changed the way I've do things now differently since that, and we will continue to, update, keep our books updated, keep things, we have cameras. Our cameras are all working.
You know, and this isn't about that.
Okay.
This is, they came and asked you a very simple
Okay.
question. Okay?
Yep.
Who was working? I don't know. She does the scheduling. I don't know. I wrote it down on a piece of paper. I threw it out. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I think it was her, but I don't even know her last name. Okay, that's no way to run a business.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Anybody else? Somebody have a motion here?
Place on file, move to place on file, Mr. Chair.
I'll second.
Okay, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
I,
Thank you.
Thank you, sorry for wasting your time.
Gregory Dowden. Hello. This is a renewal,
Yes,
but since your last time you got an OWI.
correct. That's it.
Okay.
That is in-
So how many OWIs have you had?
That is 2 total.
That's two total, because you had
In 8
OWI,
years.
2. So,
Mr. Chair,
well, then why?
as long as I'm all amped up here. You know why you're here? You know why you're the first time? It's not just about the fact that you were drinking and driving. It's just that you, as a bartender, you're gonna be making decisions for your patrons, you know?
Right.
You know, just had this before, tell another bar owner, your patrons are drinking too much, okay? And you have now on at least 2 occasions demonstrated, you can't make that decision for yourself, okay? Paulie's been running a very good shop over there, says that's where you're working, I assume you're gonna stay there, right?
Correct.
You know, I know he doesn't want any problems, right? You know, and that's why you're here today, so. And we don't have like a hard and fast 3 strikes your rule out, but honestly, if you came in with another drunk driving, it wouldn't be just coming in to talk to us, we would probably be moving to remove your license from you, just so you know, okay? Depending on the circumstances and some other things, but, you know, you need to, pay attention, and again, make those good decisions for yourself and for your patrons.
Okay. Do I have a motion?
move to place on file.
What's approval in place, I'm sorry.
Move to approve place on file.
No, second, if there wasn't a second.
Me and-
Road already seconded.
Yeah.
Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you. Colleen Doolin.
And for everyone else, did you hear earlier, this committee's actions will be voted on by the entire council next Tuesday? That's next Tuesday already?
Yeah.
And then license will be mailed out.
I must have just had them all scanned.
Okay, this is a, okay, this is another renewal. And it's the same thing since the last time you got a OWI. Okay, just trying to read all that down in here. And that was your first?
Yeah.
Mr. Chair, do you have a current driver's license now?
I just reinstated today, actually.
Pardon me?
I reinstated today.
Reinstated.
I reinstated.
Reinstated.
Could we take a look? Would you
Yeah.
pull it,
I
please?
have like the paper.
Mr. Chair?
All the
You have one OWI or
One.
one? You have one from August of 2014.
Anybody else want to see it?
No, there's just another date here, September 14. So you've only been arrested once.
One time. Yeah. might be like when I was charged if it's that close, because like I think
Yeah.
it was like August maybe when I got it, or September. I'm not really sure. I want to say it was like 8/16. So one's probably when I got it, and one's probably when I got charged with it.
Yeah. Well, then you also have an underage alcohol. It's just underage alcohol operation in 2010.
I was 20, and
Yeah.
I wasn't drunk. But I had been drinking.
So yeah, but
Obviously, it's a zero tolerance. I'm aware.
yeah. So strictly speaking, we could say that you've been drinking and driving twice.
I guess, yeah, but I mean, I wasn't intoxicated.
It looks like she also has an open case for operating while revoked due to you must have didn't get your.
My occupational was suspended, which I was unaware of, and I got pulled over for speeding. I had taken, like, I went and got my assessment, and I didn't sign up for my classes, like, immediately, and I didn't know that within 30 days, like, if you didn't sign up for it, that they would, like, revoke your occupational, so I was unaware, like, I had a valid occupational, I thought, and it was, like, revoked, I guess, and I never got anything from the DMV, which I had moved, so, and I did change my address, but I'm assuming maybe it got sent to my address prior to that, but I was unaware that I was, like, suspended from my occupational, which I just got my license back, and I already went to court for that, and they said the court date's like in 2 months, and they said as long as you have a valid license when you come back that they would drop it down to just like a fine, and that's all you would pay is just the fine with like a no moving violation and 0 points.
Mr. Chair. Yeah, you said you were that was when you were pulled over for speeding. Was that when you were pulled over for 21 over in a 65-mile-an-hour zone in
Honestly,
Kenosha, or was that a more recent?
No, that was like in Waukesha. It was maybe 2 months ago, and I don't live there. I'm not from here originally, and I didn't know where I was going, so honestly I didn't even know the speed limit, and I really didn't see any speed limit signs.
Okay. So you're continuing to speed, and our concern as a committee is that our bartenders need to obey the law, need to follow the rules and obey the law. I look at your history here and I see nothing but conviction after conviction for traffic violations, and these are convictions not for 5 miles an hour over the speed limit, not for 10 miles an hour. It's 21 over in a 65 in March of 2014. 24 over in a 65 going back to 09. Failure to obey traffic sign signal, seatbelt violation, imprudent speed, operating while registration suspended, operating while registration suspended, operating while registration suspended. Certainly, you knew that your registration was suspended, yet you continued to disregard the law and continue to accumulate these tickets.
Honestly, that's when I lived on the east side and I had first moved here, and like I really was not making that much money, and I honestly.
But you knew the law. You knew the law, right? You know what the law is.
Yes.
You have to obey the law.
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Chair, I move for denial based on the record.
Well, okay, we'd have to move for revocation.
Non-renewal
This is
revocation.
renewal.
Non-renewal.
Non-renewal revocation, so,
Second.
okay.
Honestly, this is my only job, and if you guys like don't give me my license, like I understand like where you're coming from, but like this is my only job. I've already paid a lot of fines, and like if you guys don't renew my bartending license, I'm gonna lose my job, and I work there like 5 days a week, and I live on my own. I pay all my own bills.
Okay. Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? The motion was for
This is to
revocation.
deny?
No,
For
this is
revocation.
revocation. Move to revocation. Well, the hearing.
Okay, is there any further discussion, Ed? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
No.
No. Okay, so now what happens, it goes to the council with a 3-2 vote. And,
I think we actually have to do we'll have to have a hearing first,
before it goes to council?
Right, and then you'll decide what you want to do with it, and I think it goes from there, I believe. Unless you want well.
But in the meantime, the effect is she still has her license.
Correct. She'll be able to
Correct.
continue to 10 bar until the hearing.
When's the hearing?
You get it,
We'll
you get
figure out
something in the
a
mail.
And what is your current, is your address in Reedsville, is that,
No,
okay, what is your current address?
it's 2804
2804?
West Juneau, Upper Milwaukee, Wisconsin 53208.
53208. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So you'll be getting something in the mail.
All right, thanks.
Okay. Gary Johnson.
Yeah, you got that one.
Yeah, I
Okay, this is another renewal, and for the same reason, you got an OWI, I think, the last time you had.
December.
Okay, well, you pretty much heard everything that we said with everybody. Where are you working?
Well, I don't bartend, no, I just renew it, but I work for a caterer, and once in a while he needs a licensed bartender.
Which caterer?
Daniels. Used to be there.
Mr. Chair,
All on roll.
I guess I'm confused, and maybe Attorney Merton or Lieutenant can help. Are there 3 OWIs or 2? I'm looking at
That's
2
the third.
OWIs and 1 pending.
Yeah,
I'll take a look at CCAS and see.
This is two.
I've had 2 now, this is the 3rd one that I got, but we're taking it to court, so,
You're gonna fight it in court?
This is Milwaukee County.
yeah.
Okay, so what we have here. It's listed as an OWI 3rd. It looks like it's set for a status conference on June 11. But the fact that it's pending doesn't make a difference in regards to what decision you'd like to make.
Right. Anybody have a preference here? Because usually a 3rd, we don't
Correct.
get a license.
Personally, I'd rather wait to see the outcome.
Okay, we can hold this.
That's what I like to do. You can continue to 10 bar because we're holding it. It's going to be held.
Can he continue it? We're not,
We'd have to take a motion to actually revoke his license before actually take away his license.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
we'd have
you-
to go through the whole process before we could, correct?
Yes.
So, yeah, you can work, we're just gonna hold this until we hear what,
That outcome.
It may be some time though before this is decided. Sometimes it can take up to 6 to 9 months before there's a
Yeah.
trial scheduled.
and that's, Mr. Chair,
hold on, wait.
that's my question. If we just hold this, his license expires July 1st.
He still gets to keep his license because this is a renewal.
Okay.
I still say, I think that's the best way to do it, because that's what
I don't want to take it
determine my
away,
vote.
but right.
Yeah.
I want, if the 3rd conviction's there, different story.
Mr. Chair,
Hold on, wait.
how long have you been bartending?
Well, see, like, I only bartended like 6 months, but no, I mean, I've worked for Dan like for 20 years.
And that's what you do full-time, working?
No.
What do you do full-time?
Well, I work for Dan, yeah,
Okay.
full-time.
Okay, but cooking or something else?
Well, yeah, setting up,
Various things.
Okay.
loading trucks and going on serves and that.
Deliveries. So you never, but the license will allow him to bartend somewhere?
Right, right, he still could go someplace else. Does anybody else have anything? Okay, we're just gonna hold that, and, how do we find out? As far
I guess
as-
we'll have to watch CCAP and see what happens in this case. I guess you can bring it back here in end of June and see what he's setting it for.
Okay,
I would bring them in at the next, continue to bring them in every scheduled meeting. Just to
regular
get,
meeting.
yep, just to get an update.
Regular
quick
meeting
update.
of June, right?
Well, not like next Tuesday.
No, regular scheduled meeting.
Yeah.
Just bring them in.
End of the month.
Yep.
Yeah.
See where it's at.
So,
So you'll have to appear to us every month, unless we don't have a meeting. Sometimes in July, we may not have one.
okay?
All right,
All right, so it's being held, you continue to
so at the
bartend.
end of June, is the first one.
You'll get a
It'll
letter.
be-
You'll get a
you'll
letter.
get
You'll get a letter.
It'll always be the 4th Tuesday.
All right, okay.
Okay?
You'll keep us updated.
Orville Berg.
Hello, how are we doing?
Okay. And we have another renewal
Yes, sir.
and another OWI.
Unfortunately so.
Mr. Chair,
Alden Weigel.
so you live a couple blocks away from where you're bartending?
Yeah, yes, sir. I've been walking to and from. Even before that, honestly, I've never had a problem walking the 10 blocks. So,
You've had one OWI?
yes, just the one.
And what happened?
I was actually coming from a wedding, ran into my ex-fiance, emotions ran a little wild, had a few too many beers, so not exactly proud of the fact.
Did you just get pulled over, or was there an
No,
accident?
actually, yeah, I wasn't paying attention, and I rear-ended somebody a little bit, so.
Anybody get hurt?
No, everybody was fine, nothing too serious, but
You heard what we said before, and I told the guy about making choices for yourself and your customers and all that.
I'd like to do my best to keep my personal life and work life separate. Don't drink while at work or anything, but still, yeah.
Mr. Chair,
Alden Road.
your license is revoked? Driver's license?
Yeah, for 6 months.
How'd you get here?
I just walked. I'm right down the street on 87th, so.
Okay, do I have a motion?
Move approval.
Approval, place on plan approval.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carries.
Thank you. Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Amanda Sweeney.
Mr. Chair,
Oh, my.
Amanda, where are you going to be working?
Polly's Pub.
Okay, this is a new application.
I've had my license in other like cities, but not here.
I guess. Mr. Chair,
Alden Road.
or anybody, whose writing is this? Oh, is that yours?
Back of the application, that must be hers.
West Ellis PD.
No, it's okay.
Oh, okay,
I
so
see.
then you forgot a lot of things on your, have you ever been arrested, ticketed, or fined?
I wrote down.
Yeah. Like chew.
You wrote on DUI
Here's
and
what we
driving
came
without a
up with.
license a few times.
Yeah, I've been charged with driving without a license like a few times, and then I've got one OWI. I thought it was like regarding.
Yeah.
It says, if you've ever been ticketed, fined, ever been ticketed, arrested, convicted, or fined. And so that would cover all of those. And a lot of people will say, what does your driving record have to do with having a bartender's license? And, you know, when you get your driver's license, it's all rules and regulations that you have to follow. And you obviously are not following them. So we have to look at, well, we're gonna give you a license, what would make us think that you're gonna follow our rules and regulations when you don't do it for their
I understand.
state? So that's why we look at all these things. That's why it's important to have all these things on there, and to show that you're aware of them and that you're being honest with us, so.
Excuse me, Mr. Chair, do you have a license now? Driver's license?
Yes, I do. I paid all my tickets in Los Feliz, and then before I applied for the license, because I figured that would be better.
I'm guessing that's the license there?
This was the one that I saw that they had a copy of it. This was my last license for Greenfield.
I like
Or
driver's,
What, bartender's
No,
license?
my liquor license.
driver's license, yeah.
Do you want me to, do you want to see it?
Sure.
Okay.
Nothing was-
Actually, knowingly operate
Yeah, everything's known.
Thank you.
3 times.
That's good, yeah, regular.
Interim property damage.
Maybe pass that down to the
4
lieutenant.
No, it's just-
What's the lieutenant looking at?
To whom?
I
Lieutenant?
mean, she would sign.
If it's, well, if it's valid or not, so.
Yeah. Well, even if it
We'll have a
was, if it
professional.
wasn't.
You don't know unless you run it.
You'd have to,
Yeah.
yeah, there's nothing that changes the license
Yeah.
at all. You
Oh,
don't
I didn't know
No, I
that.
have a
flip a
license
corner or
now.
anything.
Okay.
I just I had to pay some tickets off. I'm a single mom, so I don't have a lot. I didn't have a lot of income at the time, so I mean, I'm not trying to justify anything that I did, but I just didn't have a lot of money to get my license back, and I had a lot of tickets to pay for. So I worked on paying those off, and then I got my license back as soon as I could. And I'm not trying to justify anything I did. But.
Mr. Chair?
Alderman Haas.
Well, here's the problem that I have, and it's what Alderman Chaplesky alluded to also, is that our bartenders have to obey the law, and you have a very lengthy traffic record that shows that you are unable to obey the law, at least when it comes to operating a motor vehicle. So the biggest problem that I have is these operating while suspended convictions. In 2011, well, 2 in 2011, 1 in 2013, and 1 in 2014. You knew that you shouldn't be driving a car, yet you continued to operate a vehicle. And there's no excuse for that. You know what the law is, you have to obey the law. Also, you're operating without insurance, hit and run property damage, reckless driving, endangering safety are other convictions here. Violating a red light. Oh, 2010, operating while suspended. I missed that one. That's 5. I have a big problem with that. That tells me that you have great difficulty following the rules, obeying the law, and because of that, I'm going to move for non-renewal or revocation.
I think it's a
No,
new.
no, is this a new,
I don't
this
have
new one?
one. Move to
is a
deny.
new license, so it'd be to deny.
Then I move to deny.
Do I have a second?
I mean, I'm not.
Just a minute. Do I have a second? Okay,
I guess
failure for a second.
motion to approve. Oh, no.
Well,
no.
the motion will die
Right.
because of lack
Right.
of second.
Right.
Motion to
Sure.
approve.
Alderman Rhodes making a motion to approve.
Second.
Second, Alderman Wagon. Okay, Alderman Braza?
When we look at this, I agree with what Alderman Haas is saying to you.
I agree with you.
And obviously, we had another one in a similar case. But that record was a little, even more, was worse than this one. You have to obey the laws.
I understand that.
You have to be competent when you're tending bar. You see the stuff that comes in front of us. And again, it's people that are over-serving, they're not obeying the law. DUIs, possession of marijuana, not you,
I know.
possession of marijuana, underage drinking. This is all things that are coming in front of us
I know.
from people that have absolutely no regret for the law, none. But yet you're going to be tending bar.
Yeah.
When I look at this, I look at your OWI personally, the one. The rest of it, I take it in consideration. I agree with what Alderman Haas is saying, but you need to follow the law. You are that close to not getting a license, that close. And there's a person that was here earlier is that close to losing her license because of making decisions that are wrong.
I completely understand. I do. I'm just saying, like,
So-
no, I'm not making it. Okay, sorry. That's fine.
Okay, yeah, this is really borderline for me. I can vote approval if it comes back before even if it comes back that, you get another OWI, we're gonna take the license away from you.
I was gonna say that maybe if I don't get in any trouble or something, or
Well,
Mr. Chairman?
that's our determination. Alderman Barzik.
Also, it will go in front of the entire council, and Alderman Haas is gonna probably make a pretty good case to the entire council on why he voted no.
okay.
So there's no promises here. With what happens tonight, there's no promises. It goes in front of the entire council on June 2nd.
Okay.
And at that time, he has another opportunity to convince 5 other alderpersons
Okay.
that, why he's voting no. So,
Okay.
not a done deal, by any means.
Okay, is there any further discussion on this?
Was this Polly's just, I didn't hear. Where
Polly.
was it Polly?
Yeah, she's
Okay.
Any further discussion? All in favor of approval?
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
No.
Okay, then, you heard it's gonna be at the next council meeting. so-
So am I supposed to vote it at?
You don't
need to.
You don't
have
need to, you're not gonna be asked to appear or anything, so,
Okay.
and you'll find out the next day whether or not it was
Okay.
passed.
Okay.
Or you can come watch.
Or you can.
Yeah, or you can come in
Is
person
there like
and
a letter
watch.
I can write to somebody or anything? Like,
There is an opportunity called citizen participation. In the very beginning of the council meeting, we'll take public hearings first, and then we open it up to, first I think it's mayors and aldermen's comments, if I'm getting that right. After that, then it's called citizen participation. At this time, anybody can talk about anything that they wish to talk about. At that particular point, you could come up and you could plead to the entire council that my license is here tonight, you're gonna vote on it,
okay.
and state whatever you care to state at that point.
Okay.
So there is an opportunity
If you
that you
choose.
could speak if you choose to do that.
Or you could send a letter to the clerk's office and they could get copies to everybody. But do that promptly.
Okay.
And it's next Tuesday, a
That's
week
next
from
Tuesday.
tonight.
Correct.
Okay.
And they have
If
to
you're gonna
have it
send
in
a
by,
letter right away.
Thursday.
they have to have a letter in by Thursday.
That'd probably be less nerve wracking.
Okay,
Okay.
okay,
So they're gonna send me something? Am I done or what should I do?
You're technically done, yes.
Yes.
But if you want to send a letter, send it to
Yeah.
the clerk's office, Thursday, or drop it off Thursday.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you.
Sarah Hart. He's buzzing. I'm gonna turn to this. Hello. Okay, here we have another new application. When you put down possession. Alderman Wagon.
Boosters West. Do you have a new bar?
It's going to
gonna
be,
be-
I messed
They're
with
changing their name.
It's at Quenchers right now.
Okay, 'cause that's my district. And the reason you're in here is because you have this, I guess, a year and a half ago, almost 2 years
Yes.
ago, possession of marijuana.
Yeah.
Oh, THC, I guess that could be something else, right? And,
Paraphernalia.
yeah, and the concern is that drugs in bars, we don't want to see that. I'm sure your boss doesn't want to see that. I know the police don't want to see it. I'm the alderman for the district. I know I don't want to see it. You know, so we're not going to see that, are we?
Nope, not for me.
Okay.
Based, Mr. Chairman,
Alderman Barzay.
other than that, your record is absolutely spotless. So based on the fact that you have an absolute spotless record, except for those two little minor things, I move for approval of the license.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Do I have any
The
further
candor
discussion?
Telling us right up front.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
You're all good?
Thank you.
Danielle Otto. Danielle Otto. She wasn't on my list. Oops. Okay, we'll hold
Mr.
that.
Chairman, yeah, hold.
That's a first appearance.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes. Alderman
I
Barzay.
think one of the things that we discussed tonight was that we might have as many as
6
six at the
No
next, no, at the
recent.
at the recess
Recess
meeting.
meeting.
Yeah.
We may have as many as 6, so I'm
Early
not sure
meeting?
if we want to hold it. We can't, we have the, we'd have to meet at 5:30, which I'm
committee
fine
will
with.
have
Oh, yeah.
Because we have
Because
the
it
a
means
committee as a
that-
whole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but we'll have some opportunities before the. geez,
Or the
one
next,
month.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, one more month, so.
I'd put her on. I think it's, the stuff on there's
Yeah,
pretty,
since it's the first time, I don't know
yeah.
why that she
Do
didn't
you
call.
want her Tuesday?
let's, yeah,
at
let's have her.
recess too?
at
Yeah.
recess.
All right.
Yeah, let's get
She
it.
wouldn't take up that much time anyway.
Tiffany Woodson.
It's 350.
We have another new application. Okay, you know, we ask you all these things and you put down the possession and operating after suspension.
I
And,
can't remember dates.
pardon me?
I can't remember dates, so she just told me to write down what I can remember, and now look it up.
Okay, once again, there's
Mr. Chair,
Alderman Weigel.
Tiffany, where are you going to be working?
I don't know yet. I'm actually looking at, but that's depending on if I get my license or not.
Well, obviously, but where would you be looking to work?
I'm in bartender school right now, so until I finish the last little course, they find my job, my placement.
Oh, this the one right here on National Avenue?
Yep.
Okay. Well, my point was there's a lot of other things on here besides, of course, you have 4 things on the same day, October 27th of 13.
Was that all the same event?
I went to jail that day.
Pardon me?
I went to jail that day.
Oh, okay. So they probably all were.
Was it for the littering?
And we don't see littering on public property very often, so, yeah.
No, I don't think.
Yeah, Mr. Chair.
Alderman Haas.
Yeah, I'll express my concern, and you heard what I had said to other applicants here today. My big concern is you have 1, 2, 3, 4 operating while suspended. Operating a motor vehicle with a suspended driver's license. You have a valid driver's license now, but at least according to our records, is your license valid now?
Yes, I have my CDLs now.
Your CDL even, okay. Are you doing some sort of commercial driving? Okay. Why'd you get your CDL then?
I used to drive the school bus.
Okay, that's a good reason.
It's too demanding. Too many hours.
Yeah. With these 4 operating while suspended in the, since 2013, since 2012, that tells us that you're having trouble obeying the law. You need to obey the law. And you knew that you were suspended, yet you continued to operate your vehicle. You need to obey the law. You need to follow the rules as a bartender. And so you understand that?
I really do.
Mr. Chair?
Okay.
Alderman Rowe.
I'm sorry, are you done?
I'm done.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step on you there.
Yes, you did.
Do you have a valid license now, other than a CDL?
But with a CDL, that's even better than a regular.
Oh, that
driver's
covers
license.
regular DL? Okay, I did not know that, because I didn't see any school buses out there when I pulled in.
Okay, do I have a motion on this?
Mr. Chairman?
Alderman Bartlett.
From July of 13 through December of 13, what was going on in your life? May I ask?
2018.
So 2013, 6 months. Everything on here happened between July and December in 2013. After that, you got like you have an operating and a speeding, but it got bad in the second half of 2013. What was happening? What was going on?
Going through a lot of life changes.
Stupid mistakes, or?
Yeah, I'm a college student / single mother, and I do it myself. So it's really no excuse for me getting those tickets or anything. But I can say that it won't happen again, especially after paying all this money. I can't afford it.
Okay, do I have a motion?
I'll move approval.
Second.
Do you have any further discussion?
Mr. Chair,
Alderman Weigel.
I'm just going to remark that kind of what Alderman Bartlett said. She's got 4 bad days here, really.
Just a lot of them on the same day.
Yeah, lots of tickets from one day.
Yeah. It's
Or
not like
couple
every
different-
2 weeks over 2 years.
Isn't it just one event? It's
Well,
could have been 4
well,
separate arrests in one day.
That's one event.
Yeah.
No, that's all one event.
But,
Two other ones.
but there's just
said
3 other ones.
Yeah.
But that also tells us that you were not going along with the program with the police, and that's why the police got you for everything that they could. Would you agree or disagree with that?
Oh no, I always.
She got away with a bunch of stuff. She's a bunch
Yeah.
of bitch. She got away.
I told them the truth. They asked me why they put me on route. I told them the truth. I don't lie.
Okay. Well, all right.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Okay. Anything further? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Benjamin Ellen. Okay. Okay, this is a new application. Position for
Mr. Chairman?
Alderman Barlow.
You've listed a few things, you had a few things more, but what I'm gonna look at here is the majority of the things happened in 2010. You had a bad year in 2010. After that, you had a couple of speeding and following too closely in 2013. 2010, this is 2015, that's 15 years ago. Then you had a couple things, 5 years ago, I'm sorry, 5 years ago. Then you had a couple things in 13. Then after that, nothing. What happened again, and I'm gonna go back to what I asked the young lady in 2010.
Kind of the same thing. Tried to go through college. I just wasn't fitting anywhere. Just kind of fell into a, bad year and took the wrong path. And then, I've turned it around since then. I've actually got somewhere I'm going in life and purpose. So,
Do Do you do anything else besides 10 bar? Do you
Yeah,
work?
I'm full time with my dad. We own a business together.
What do you do?
We do security systems and sound systems, commercially, not residential at all.
Okay, so installations and things like that?
Yep. Yep.
And how long you been doing that?
About 5. I've been on and off with him since I was 16, but I really started to like it for the last 4 or 5 years, and I've really taken control of it.
So why 1 at 10 bar? What's up with that?
Just extra cash. I'm trying to move into a house with my girlfriend, and I want to buy a house, so I'm just trying to get some extra cash and get a down payment for a house.
Do we have any further discussion? Do I have a motion?
Move for approval.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Emily Mark. Okay, we have another new license. And I put down no. You're never fined, ticketed, convicted of anything. And we have a couple of them dismissed, but you would have been ticketed or fined.
The circuit court.
On the, as a matter of fact, last
Parking
year,
ticket in a park.
February of last year, possession of THC, which was dismissed,
Yes.
which you would have got a ticket or something, ahead of that.
I didn't feel I needed to put it on the application because I was told it would be expunged from my record, so.
Well, it's not, the one on the 10th, 210 also, almost 2 years to the date. It's also dismissed, but it's also here. And then we have possession of drug paraphernalia at the same date. Now, that wasn't dismissed?
I'm sorry, when was this?
February 2010,
2010.
February
Yeah.
25th.
You have possession of THC, and it says dismissed, but then there's possession of drug paraphernalia.
In Brookfield.
In Brookfield.
I was told that was also going to get off of my record because they told me if I didn't get in any trouble that they were taking it off from me.
Yeah, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Alderman Haas.
Yeah, I have a question. It says, and you, under another conviction on our list here, it says August 29th, 2011, you were convicted for restrictions on parking and stopping, Milwaukee County Circuit Court. Usually that doesn't end up in county circuit court. What happened there? Tell us.
That was a speeding ticket that I got for going, I think it was 7 over the speed limit on the freeway.
Okay. That's bizarre. They usually wouldn't
Yeah.
call that restrictions on parking and stopping.
Most of the time, if they're in circuit court, it's probably a deputy sheriff who pulled them over, and they do amend those to improper parking all the time.
Okay, so you went to court and they gave you a deal. They
Pleaded it down.
But it wasn't
pleaded it down.
7 miles an hour over, it was 16 miles an hour over what you originally charged with.
Oh, I'm sorry, I honestly don't remember because it was a while ago. I thought it was 7.
Okay, but you understand our point that when, and you've heard what's going on with the other bartender applicants and renewals that have come before us. We want our bartenders, number one, to obey the law and follow the rules. And number two is when you're asked on a report to fill out any violations like that, you need to be a little bit more forthcoming.
I apologize for that.
Just by you putting no is enough justification for us to deny your license. I don't think we've done that yet, but it's justification. So.
Mr. Chairman?
Alderman Barzak.
Obviously, even though the 2 cases were dismissed, something went on there. However, they were dismissed, and legally, if something happened, we couldn't take those into consideration.
You actually could.
Well,
With habitual law offenders, it doesn't have to be a conviction.
I'm still going to look at it as they were dismissed. So you do have one charge which was paraphernalia, and then you have a speeding violation, and I think the second one runs into that same speeding violation, or is that a different speeding violation?
It's a different one.
2 different days, 2 different years.
Yeah.
But after that, you have nothing. So to me, if you would have filled that part in properly, I think this discussion would have been a lot shorter. So next time you do fill out an application, remember falsifying a document like that even an application when you're getting a job or something like that, you gotta list everything. So with that, I'm gonna move for approval.
Second.
Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Good luck.
Thank
You're
you.
approved. Patel? How do you say your first name?
That's how I would have pronounced it.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Okay, this is a new application for the Oklahoma Liquor.
Yes.
And you also put down no on violation. And you had a violation.
In February, something happened at school?
This year?
No.
It looks like it was just a warning.
I know.
I don't think
It was good.
that was a violation.
It says arrest.
Okay. Would that
It
be,
was
a-
just a, it was a warning.
that would show up in a police report?
Well, we also check local contacts within our records, things that don't show up on police reports. So if something happens within our city,
Mhm.
we will put that under, she just decided to put it under there, so.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, I think that he was being honest when he said no violations.
No.
We don't have any violations that appear.
Yeah, I go in a school, and my daughter pick up, and we part in a teacher's school.
Right.
This is he's a somebody teacher in call and police paper, no violation. Maybe my daughter pick up only 1 minute, stay in my emergency and go. I know this violation, yeah, no. Only this.
Okay. The other thing is if you have an Illinois driver's license?
Yes, sir.
You live here now?
Now me here, punish my property and everybody in Illinois, shall I no change it there.
Okay, you live in Illinois, you live here?
I live in here.
Come on forward.
Yes. Can I help you?
Yes, yeah, come on.
I live in here.
Yeah, he live here now in Milwaukee.
Who are you?
In Chicago.
The owner.
And
okay.
Yeah, can you can have a seat, but just tell us who you are, please.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so
Your name?
My name is Ranjit. I have appointment today too.
Okay.
Okay.
And your relationship between the two of you?
No, I mean just friend is very good.
Is your tenant or employee or?
No, I'm just work both together.
Both of work in same owner.
So
work for the same owner.
Same.
Okay.
And how do you know he lives here?
Because I go each houses because I'm friend go with the
And
party.
how long has he lived here?
He may be here like more
1
than
year
5.
something.
How long?
More than 4 or 5.
4 or 5.
I know him like
Months?
No, year. I know him
years.
like 4 years. Yeah.
You've been here 4 or 5 years.
4 years.
And you don't have a Wisconsin driver's license yet?
Kind of my property and everybody in Chicago, and I know change in everything. Somebody I go in Chicago 1 month, 2 months in
So you have like, you live in 2 different places?
Yeah, because he's my in here property is my house and everybody.
you know, like back and
take
forth?
the house in everybody in bank closure and I change then at time. My house in Chicago and I have.
Yeah, we need proof that you've been residing in Wisconsin at least 90 days for the last 90 days.
Okay.
Yeah, we need proof.
Like
And him saying so isn't enough.
Yeah, like an apartment lease is best.
Yes, my apartment lease, yes.
Did you?
My in this apartment lease and we energy bill is my name.
Okay. And for the past 3 months, or?
Yeah.
Okay. I move that we hold it.
My son is living here.
Oh, you do have, we have a energy bill there.
It's on the back, well, this isn't
Hold
a
on, we have,
bill, this is about a, a meter replacement.
Yeah,
Which
that's not
doesn't
a-
necessarily say you live here.
Yeah.
You have to be continuously for at least 90 days.
Sure, 90 days. So they can
every-
bring them and,
That's pretty much every
you know,
day.
yeah, okay.
Okay.
And if you're living in Wisconsin, you have to get a Wisconsin driver's license within 60 days of establishing residency. So right now, you're in violation of the law.
Yeah, you tell us you live here, but if you live here, you're supposed to have a Wisconsin driver's license.
Okay, I change then.
Yeah, so you should probably get a Wisconsin driver's license.
Okay.
You can have 2, right? You can have Wisconsin and
They'll
Illinois.
just
both.
surrender it.
They'll have to surrender Illinois to get Wisconsin.
Yes.
So what do we do now? We need a 90 days for residency proof, or we want
Yeah.
to change the license?
I would, yeah, as
or-
much as you can, like either
Whatever
a
you
lease or some sort of rental agreement or some utility bills.
How about your tax returns? Did you file Wisconsin state income
Yes.
taxes for
Or-
2014?
Yeah.
Is that acceptable?
It'll say that you're a resident on there. I think you have to mark that on the tax return. So if you had a copy of his tax return, that'd be helpful.
Or registered voter.
But
Yeah.
the other thing I'd like to see also is proof that you're applying for a Wisconsin driver's license immediately before we even consider approving this. So all that, not only the proof of the 90 days, but if you've been here for the 90 days, you're in violation of Wisconsin law, so you have to apply for a Wisconsin driver's license. We want to see that also.
So, but he's not gonna probably be able to do that before next Tuesday.
But he can apply for one tomorrow.
It's just, you just get switched over.
What? Sir?
You just go there and
Yeah.
if you have a valid.
Are you able to
license,
apply for it before next Tuesday?
I know, can here's my property Chicago, close somebody after me, they apply.
ਨਹੀਂ ਪਟੇਲ ਜੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮਤਲਬ ਕਿ ਹੁਣ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਵਿਸਕੌਨਸਨ ਦਾ ਲਾਇਸੈਂਸ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਟਿਊਜ਼ਡੇ ਤੱਕ ਅਪਲਾਈ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਆ ਮਹੀਨੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨੈਕਸਟ ਵੀਕ
ਮੇਰਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰਟੀ ਦਾ ਵਹਾਂ ਕੇਸ ਪੂਰਾ ਨਹੀਂ
ਉਹਨੂੰ
ਹੋਇਆ।
ਡਜ਼ਨਟ ਮੈਟਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ
Doesn't
ਮਤਲਬ
matter.
ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਦੇ ਕੈਨ ਚੇਂਜ ਇਟ ਫਰਮ ਸ਼ਿਕਾਗੋ ਟੂ ਵਿਸਕੌਨਸਨ
Yeah, okay.
He can try for Tuesday, you said? He
Yeah.
tried before Tuesday, let's see what happens.
Excellent.
If he does and they bring them all up.
Okay, cause, yeah, then we can get it done quicker, you know. that'd be-
Chicago,
So does he,
everything
does he still need 90 days proof of?
Yes.
Yeah, they get him.
He's
They get him on
gonna,
90
yeah,
days.
he's gonna need
Okay.
all that stuff.
Yeah,
Plus
so
the
yeah,
driver's
again, a
license.
lease,
So, put 'em on-
a utility bill with your name for the last 3 months, or a tax return, or all 3 of those things. Those are all good.
And where would he take those to, clerk's office?
The tax return,
Yeah, that, take it to the
File
clerk's
the
office. If they have questions,
Yeah.
they always can contact us. So.
Okay.
his
Yeah, that-
tax return is okay?
Yeah, that would be
Whatever you
helpful.
take on the 90
Yeah.
days, you know. So we can one
Do you understand that? You got everything?
Yes.
And then we'll put it on next Tuesday's agenda, cause it
Right,
should be
but you
pretty
don't
quick.
need him to appear, right? If he brings those items
If he
in.
brings them all in, then we don't need him to.
Right.
be here.
Okay, all right.
Then we can
Yeah,
get
and I
that
guess
taken care
I'm
of.
not
So we're
saying
just
that you
gonna
need
hold it
all
till
3 of those things that we listed. Those are examples of ways you can prove.
But they need any
residency
one
for
or they need
90
all
days.
3?
One and that he applied for a
Driver's
Wisconsin
license
license.
and
And one 90 day proof, anyone like
Correct.
electronic and
Yes.
whatever they does on the 90 days.
Yes.
Okay.
Apparently he dropped off this letter from the We Energies about,
Yeah, yeah.
that doesn't say that you live there though.
Okay.
This just says that your meter wasn't working.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so you understand, if he has any
Yeah, I
questions,
can
you
explain,
can
yeah,
explain
you
it
can
to
try
him.
to apply. and
Okay,
you can-
we're holding it until next Tuesday.
Sure, no
So that's where you stand.
Okay.
Are you Raycon?
Ranjit.
No,
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
no.
Oh, okay.
no,
This
that's
week.
somebody else.
Okay.
Well, we don't have, we,
Yes.
well, I just
this
gotta
one?
take it.
Yeah, but you want to take Ranjit right
Yeah,
now
yeah,
while
why
he's
don't you
here?
stay right here, stay
Sure,
right
no
here.
problem.
We'll take it right away then.
Which one now?
Okay, number 23.
23.
Yeah, but
Okay.
Raman Lonley, you can go and sit down though.
Yeah, you can stay there, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
Well, all right.
Okay, it's a new application. You also have no for violations.
No.
And, oh, was this the same?
Well, this is the international driver's license. also.
Yes, yes.
Mr. Chair, I'm gonna ask the city attorney.
Yeah.
This is
Can
kind of.
we accept as I guess I've never seen an international driver's license before. Is that valid ID?
I would, are you driving here in Wisconsin? You would have to have a Wisconsin driver's license as well. Same rule applies to you.
Yeah, so maybe I'm not sure I get them, but I can promise. But we can have an international license almost over 2 years, and I don't think I get on Wisconsin license. I got a 90-day proof of where I live. I does already.
Who issues an international driver's license? Where'd you get that?
From the New York.
I think like AAA. I think you can get them to like AAA.
Yeah, but I don't think that's a real driver's license.
Right,
Because
it's
I
not
got
a
one.
government entity.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to. I'm looking at my email here. Let me just find that. It says Wisconsin law requires a person to obtain a DL within 60 days of establishing residency. And you have a Wisconsin driver's license for the transportation code. So an international driving license doesn't cut it.
So right now you don't have a driver's license
No,
as far as Wisconsin is concerned.
no, the first.
And how did you get here?
I got the international license, so I'm gonna drive.
No, but I know you think that's good, but apparently it's not.
Okay.
If you got,
Okay.
yeah, well, I never heard of it either. Because there's got to be somebody, some states, because all the driver's licenses are from the states, so someone's got to be getting it out.
Yeah. Did you have a driver's license prior to the international?
I haven't been
driver's
here
license?
before, but after like expiring, then I knew it. So
So you figured out.
I does have a Wisconsin license, but
You have had it in the past? Was it
Mhm.
suspended
From
or
Wisconsin.
revoked?
Yeah,
Yeah, was
does
it
have
sus-
them already with me also, but they're not that renewable. So
Okay.
Yeah, was your Wisconsin driver's license suspended or revoked?
no, that's not suspended. That's not is renewable, but they're not allowed to renew.
You just didn't renew it?
No, they don't.
Or they didn't allow you to renew it?
They don't.
Why not?
Because they need to like for Social Security and.
Do you have
Okay,
your,
is there a citizenship issue though, or even if you're
No, even like
not a citizen,
not-
they'll still give you a driver's license?
Yeah, but they still need a social. They now issue having a social, so.
You have a social security
Yeah,
number
they
and a
need a
driver's
social
license.
number.
was
Mm.
here.
Okay.
And I'm looking at the DOT. How long have you been in the United States, sir?
I've been here almost more than 10 years. More than
10 years, because it says foreign motorists who visit the United States as tourists can drive legally using their valid domestic driver's license for a period not to exceed 1 year. That includes like the international's driver's license. So it's really only for tourists. You can't use it for more than 1 year from their date of arrival.
Mhm.
So it's, I guess, more confirmation that you need to get the.
So,
can I see your license?
Yeah,
I just
sure.
want to see what it looks
Sure.
like.
So
but if he doesn't have a social security, well, if you're working here and getting paid here, doesn't he have to have a social security
Yeah,
number?
you need to file an
Apparently
I-9 form, and your employer does.
So, um,
So yeah, again, they didn't renew your Wisconsin driver's license because you don't have a social security number?
Yep.
Okay, so have you done anything to get a social security number?
not yet.
Yeah, that's what you need to do. Yeah, have you
Yeah.
gone to your local social security office at all, or, well, you just said no, you didn't?
No, I never went there.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Well, they're open only from 9 a.m. to
Ridiculous.
2 p.m. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Wednesdays it's 9 a.m. to noon.
okay.
You can do that, or you can call Social Security at their 800 number.
Okay.
I'll write it down for you. Why don't you?
Yeah, you got it.
Yep.
and,
I'll put down SSA for Social Security.
and I don't know if you can have us all done by Tuesday.
Probably not.
Yeah. It says this
That's
must
the
be
number
accompanied
for Social
by
Security.
Okay, thank you.
a valid driver's license.
Okay.
So the international driver's license is really nothing.
Okay.
Okay, that's written right on here.
Okay.
So
So,
Did you drive here?
Yeah, 100.
I wouldn't get in that vehicle and drive it away.
But if you say I can stop it. If you say I can stop the driving.
yeah, you shouldn't drive right now.
Yeah, I can
You should
stop.
call somebody, have them come pick you up.
Sure, he got it.
Or have your friend.
Yeah. Does he have a driver's license?
His Illinois
Yeah,
license.
yeah.
Is Illinois? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a violation of the law, too.
okay,
Yeah.
well, I tell you, we're gonna hold yours.
Okay.
I don't know if you can have this all done by
I'm not sure if we done by
Tuesday.
that quick.
You know, and
Be
so
nice,
we're gonna hold it for a month until
Yeah,
next
yeah.
week's regular
Yeah,
regular meeting. Got that? Okay?
Okay, sure.
Sure.
Okay,
Okay, then.
thank
What's
you.
your
Good luck.
mailbox?
Yeah.
You still live on East Lincoln Avenue?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
You have a good day.
Now, Ray Khan?
Yeah, I figured Ray was when they had the multiple.
I'm a
multiple-
Ms., not a
multiple-
Mr..
Multiple,
Yeah.
multiple previous also known as maiden names?
My maiden name?
Yeah.
Shite.
Yeah. got it.
Okay, this is a new application. And in front of us is the OWI. You obviously you've heard us go through all this
Yeah, that was
already.
like 3 years ago.
You know, and 3 years isn't a long time, huh? Yeah, three and a
I've done
half.
my Intox Lock, I did all my classes, I had I have a valid license, valid insurance. I haven't had any more tickets, any other OWIs, nothing since.
And where will you be working?
I haven't found one yet. I have been applying.
Yeah.
Okay. Can they all tell you
Well,
it's easier with a license?
Yeah, they had called me and said that my background check went through and it was okay to go ahead and start working, and then they would request a temporary till July 1st. So that's what I've been trying to.
So you
Okay.
have not been working yet?
No, I have a license in South Milwaukee, but I was working. But
Do I have a motion here? Or?
Move approval.
Second.
Okay, is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
You heard that? Tuesday goes to the whole council.
Yeah.
Get it in the mail afterwards.
thank you.
Christina Lopez.
Did they get in the car and drive off?
The gentleman with the Illinois driver's license
Is driving.
yes.
Right.
To Illinois.
Okay, this is another new application. You got driving after suspension and 13 question marks, speeding 13, but we got 11, 10, 9.
Mr. Chair, do you have
On the
a
road.
driver's license?
No,
And how did you get here?
I got it right.
Boy, this is just everything that we've talked about a number of times. You know, you obviously don't listen to your driver's license rules, and you've been consistently doing. You got one in 07 and one in 14, so it's nothing that you went through a phase or anything. You just continue to do it.
Mr. Chair,
Alvin Weigel.
do you have a job now?
Yes.
Doing what?
I work at Eater Flag during the day
Okay.
and Tap 58 on Friday nights.
Neater's way down in,
Oak Creek.
yeah. And you drive to work, doesn't
No.
Because that would be a long bus ride.
No.
Right.
No, my roommate actually works with me.
At Eater.
Yes.
Okay, so it's all driving stuff, but there's a lot of it there. And two things are like about a year ago, so.
I'll move for approval, Mr. Chair.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Is there any further discussion?
Mr. Chair?
Alvin Weigel.
Yeah, I do see a lot of, but I don't see any drugs.
No. Absolutely.
I don't see any alcohol stuff.
No.
I don't see underage. I don't see possession. But you do have to follow the rules.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Ashley Jacobson.
I don't have any.
Ashley Braham Jacobson.
I do, I have that one.
Wrong? Okay, we'll hold that one.
I didn't see
So I
it
skipped it,
that
so I say, and then Tammy's not gonna be here?
Right.
So who are you?
You be.
Tammy Blacker.
Oh, come on up. You're next.
I think that's this.
And then we got this other two.
Yeah, the
You
last.
still got 2 and 3. Okay, you know why you're here? Why you're called here?
For taxes.
Yeah, that an agreement was made and you didn't keep your end of the agreement.
I know, I got foreclosed. And I had to close as of the 30th because I got behind on taxes too. My business partner took off on me. I've been sick, I went through a whole lot of stuff.
So your business is
It's closed.
over,
It's done, it's
Your
closed.
bar- the bar is
I'm moving out.
closed.
Yep, I'm trying to get all my stuff out now.
but this is, this is for taxes. So you didn't even put an application in for a new license?
No.
So the bank owns the building?
Yep.
But it looks like the redemption period was set at 6 months, and was back in March, so the bank doesn't quite own the building yet.
Oh,
Unless you gave over did a short sale or something.
Not yet, I'm getting out and then it's theirs.
Yeah, it wouldn't technically be theirs till about September unless something else happened.
So you want us to hold this, place it on file?
But I
What do you
can't,
wanna
I cannot sell because the tech,
do? For some of the state?
Oh,
the state closed it. It wouldn't renew my license because I got behind on taxes also.
Are you in bankruptcy right now?
I am going to be.
You're going to be in file?
Yes, as soon as I get out of the building, I'm gonna have to claim bankruptcy and try and start a new life.
And when has the building last been open? for business?
On my last business day was April 30th.
April 30th, okay. I guess that's up to the committee as what you want to do. I mean, it depends how you want to proceed on the real estate taxes. If you actually want to continue with proceeding on these cases or just.
Does she have to turn in her license?
That's what.
No, not yet.
No? Okay, so she doesn't have to, so, okay.
Mr. Chairman,
All in favor?
my suggestion is to hold it until the license is actually surrendered. If you're pulling out,
Just,
we'll
I
ask.
gotta come give you the
Come
license.
in, give the license to the clerk.
Sure.
And then act on it either at the next council meeting or shortly after, so
But she doesn't have to give the license.
No.
Nope, but otherwise, we can go for revocation
Right.
based on this.
Well, but there's also a non-renewal.
Correct, but we don't have to renew
No,
because.
I'm not, I'm done.
So yeah, we'd appreciate if you would come in and surrender the
I sure
license to the
will.
clerk's
We'll
office.
try to do that tomorrow.
And then it'll just be placed on file.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Okay, then we got
Thank
items number 2 and 3. These are stipulation. This is the cat people.
Yes, and I did sign an agreement with Ms. Mordius. I think it's an appropriate agreement based on the circumstances of the case. I guess if you want to look through it, if you have any questions, feel free.
Kind of read through it, and we established that a cat and a kitten are the same thing.
Yes, we agreed it's feline, so yes.
Yeah.
Feline, yeah.
So what you're looking for is a approval on both of these?
Yes,
Or-
that would be, for prosecuting this matter, yes, that'd be my recommendation. I think it's an appropriate resolution.
Well, then we'll move for approval of items, what was that? 1 and.
2 and 3.
2 and 3, I'm sorry, yeah, 1 was the agenda.
So, okay, do I have a second?
Second.
Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
And I think her license is also up for renewal.
Yeah, I think we held it.
Yeah, I think that has to be voted. I don't think it's on
Not on the
necessarily
agenda, no.
Cat rescue?
Yeah.
That would be a health department license.
Oh,
Hey, we're licensed in health.
Where we,
Oh, I guess if we put it on file, the summons and complaint, then we probably should be okay on that.
health department should be able to.
Yeah, okay, I will let Dan know then.
That'll be okay?
Yeah, I think that should be fine.
Okay, and then you're having these other people that didn't appear tonight, telling them to come when?
I will send them a letter to appear Tuesday if you like.
You wanna have a
I think.
long Tuesday meeting or?
Why not?
Well, there's the one with the restaurant.
Most of them are pretty minor,
Yeah.
so I
Let's
think we
just put them on there so we get them
through
out
it.
of the way, so we get everything done.
Okay.
Because we'll probably have a load at the end of this month also.
We'll do them during recess though, rather than.
Yeah, not early.
Good,
Right,
good,
right.
okay.
Well, can't do it
I'll
early.
probably put you about 8 or 9 at recess.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll go through them fast.
Motion to adjourn, Mr. Chair?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone sit here? Okay, motion carries.
You gonna rain again?
Nice hanging out with all of you.